With the raging war in Ukraine putting a strain on energy supplies as Western countries cut off key Russian supplies of oil and gas, there is, of course, a desperate search for new sources of energy, and Canada may have one. It's called Bay du Nord. It's in Newfoundland and Labrador, and it would be Canada's first deep-water drilling site. The proposed project would use a floating production vessel to produce up to 200,000 barrels of oil a day at far lower emission rates, they say, than anywhere else in Canada. And it could be up and running in about 3 years. But it's run into two big obstacles. The first, the federal government recently delayed the final decision on Bay du Nord indefinitely. And then there's the climate issue, of course. Canada just unveiled its ambitious plan to reduce emissions. And today, the UN International Panel on Climate Change released a key report that calls for rapid, deep, and immediate cuts in carbon dioxide emissions, and also says that oil, coal, and gas extraction might have to be abandoned later this century, they say, to meet the Paris targets of keeping global warming under 2 degrees. So will Canada give the green light to Bay du Nord or kill it and leave billions of dollars stranded in the ground? Let's find out. Joining me now, the Premier of Newfoundland and Labrador, Dr. Andrew Furey. Always a pleasure, sir. Hope you and the fam are well. So the federal government delays its final decision on the very critical Bay du Nord project, a $6.8 billion project that would create, the floating oil production station, become Canada's first deep-water drilling site. Government delayed a call for offshore exploration bids. What is your response to the federal government, and what do you want to happen with Bay du Nord?
Yeah, so listen, the Bay du Nord project is so important, not just for the people of Newfoundland or for the people of Canada, but indeed our NATO partners and environmentally the entire world. I think if we accept the proposition and premise, and I think we all do, that we're in a time of transition, I think there's an imperative that we turn our gaze towards the lowest carbon emitting petroleum product that we can possibly use. And frankly, our Newfoundland and Labrador offshore is that product. Bay du Nord, for example, will be 0.2 megatons of carbon per year. Per barrel, when you're using comparators, it's around 6 kilograms of carbon per barrel. When you look at some other jurisdictions around Canada, for example, that can get up to 60 to 80 kilograms per barrel. So if we are in this time of transition, which I think we all reflect and know that we are, this is the product that the world needs right now from an environmental perspective. On top of all of that, of course, is the geopolitical tensions that exist in the world right now, and this is an important product for that as well.
So what's the holdup? What is the federal government telling you?
Yeah, no, look, I've had good conversations with the Prime Minister, with multiple ministers, including Minister LeBlanc, Minister Wilkinson, and Minister Gibault, and, of course, our own Minister O'Regan. They are doing their due process. They're taking their time, but I am quite confident that they understand the economic, the environmental, and the ethical imperative of this project.
Okay. The oil and gas industry, as you've just argued, plays a part in this transition. Today, though, the United Nations Climate Panel released a critical new report. The UN Secretary General went so far as to say that investing in any new fossil fuel infrastructure is moral and economic madness. I'm using his words. And he says investments will soon be stranded. How do you respond to that?
Yeah, well, I think, again, we're in this time of transition. We accept that we're moving towards 2050. Well, if we're transitioning, we need to make sure that we're transitioning to lower carbon emitting products. And so if we can develop, and we have it, the capacity to develop one of the lowest carbon emitting oil platforms in the entire world, then shouldn't we be using that product during this time of transition? I haven't seen any electrical planes just yet. So there is going to be a need for petroleum products in the medium term. Look, I'm not being naive. I'm not ostriching. I recognize that these products aren't going to be valuable forever. But the environmental imperative right here, right now for our product is what the world needs now during this time of transition. Newfoundland and Labrador is well positioned because we have an abundance of renewables as well. Newfoundland and Labrador can hold two thoughts in its head at once.
But I understand that. But again, the climate report says the only way to stop global warming is to limit, as you know, 1.5 or 2 degrees above where we are now, dramatically reducing greenhouse gas emissions. And they say, the report says that this could effectively strand $4 trillion worth of coal, oil, but also natural gas infrastructure by the middle of the century. It just raises the question, is it worth it to invest $1 billion into something that the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change says might be worthless in 25 years.
Well, I think the market should make that decision. I mean, you know, Newfoundland and Labrador isn't investing money in this right now. The market should dictate that in 20 to 30 years. I think, you know, I wish we had a crystal ball to know exactly what's going to happen on, you know, January 1st, 2050, but we don't. What we do know is that there is a product right now that should be displacing higher carbon emitting production during this time of transition. And I think that should be the imperative that we all seek to yeah, go ahead.
So I just asked because I know the market's going to say it, but environmentalists will say that's not what the planet's saying. The planet's saying no more fossil fuels. Again, I just want to make sure because it's a really important project for jobs, for your province's economy, but also for as you say, with the new geopolitical reality. What do you say to environmentalists who say, sorry, we can't pretend that we're environmentalists and then start investing billions of dollars in fossil fuels right now? What's your response?
But shouldn't we be investing in lower carbon emitting products right now during this time of transition? I mean, our offshore, this project, Beta Nor, has a definitive lifetime. It's being done with a partner that has full commitment to net zero by 2050. I mean, our own legislature passed a resolution committing to net zero by 2050. But part of getting to 2050 is using a transitionary product. And this product will allow us to hit those targets by displacing the higher carbon emitting product.
Okay, and you don't know how long till we get the green light on this or not?
I have no idea. You know, all I can tell you is that, you know, we've made our case from an environmental perspective, from an economic one, and from a geopolitical one.
Newfoundland Labrador Premier Andrew Furey on a really critical project right now in limbo. Thanks, appreciate it.
Thanks very much, Evan.